Have you ever wondered why some homes radiate peace while others seem to attract chaos? It's a question that touches the very core of our existence, especially in a world filled with uncertainty and negativity. The teachings of influential spiritual leaders like Pope Francis offer profound insights into safeguarding our sanctuaries. What if a simple yet powerful symbol could act as a barrier against negativity and evil, transforming your home into a haven of tranquility? Imagine placing a sacred emblem by your door that not only protects your space, but also enhances your spiritual journey. In today's fast-paced world, where stress and anxiety can seep into our lives like unwelcome guests, the need for spiritual protection has never been more urgent. We all desire a sanctuary where we can find solace, connect with our inner selves, and nurture our loved ones. The teachings of Pope Francis resonate deeply with those seeking to cultivate a more profound spiritual life. By understanding the significance of specific symbols and practices, you can create an environment that fosters peace, love, and joy. Picture this. As you seal your entrance with a powerful emblem, you are not just warding off negativity, you are inviting in the divine presence that nurtures your spirit and elevates your home. The practice of placing sacred symbols at your entrance is not merely a ritual, it's an intentional act of faith that can transform your life. The emblem recommended by Pope Francis serves as a reminder of the divine protection surrounding you, empowering you to face daily challenges with resilience and grace. It's a tangible expression of your commitment to fostering a loving and secure environment for yourself and your family. By embracing this practice, you are not only enhancing your spiritual life, but also reinforcing the bonds of love and unity within your home. The urgency to act is palpable. Every moment spent in a chaotic environment is a moment lost in the pursuit of peace and fulfillment. Moreover, this simple act of placing a sacred symbol by your door can ignite a ripple effect throughout your life. Imagine coming home after a long day, greeted not by stress, but by an atmosphere of calm and positivity. The energy of your home can uplift your spirit, inspire creativity, and strengthen relationships. By creating a protective barrier against negativity, you are actively participating in your spiritual growth and inviting abundance into your life. This isn't just about protection, it's about thriving in an environment that supports your aspirations and nurtures your soul. As you embark on this transformative journey, consider the deeper implications of your actions. Each time you pass through your door, you will be reminded of your commitment to spiritual growth and the sacred space you are cultivating. This practice aligns with your deepest desires for peace, love, and fulfillment, allowing you to embrace the life you've always envisioned. Don't wait for chaos to disrupt your sanctuary. Take proactive steps today to ensure that your home remains a bastion of positivity and divine protection. Embrace the teachings of Pope Francis, and let this sacred symbol become a powerful ally in your quest for a spiritually enriched life. The time to act is now. Your sanctuary awaits. In a world increasingly filled with uncertainty and chaos, many individuals find themselves seeking solace and protection from negative forces that seem to permeate everyday life. The rise of anxiety, fear, and spiritual unrest has prompted a renewed interest in the sacred practices and beliefs that have provided comfort to countless generations. Spirituality in this context serves as a guiding light, offering tools and rituals that can help individuals shield themselves and their homes from malevolent influences. One such practice involves the teachings of Pope Francis, who has emphasized the importance of spiritual protection and the role of sacred symbols in fostering a sense of security and peace. The need for spiritual protection is more pressing than ever. With the constant barrage of negative news, personal challenges, and societal upheaval, many people feel vulnerable to external and internal threats. This vulnerability can manifest in various ways, from a sense of unease in one's home to feelings of hopelessness and despair. The teachings of Pope Francis provide a beacon of hope, suggesting that simple yet profound practices can create a barrier against these negative energies. By placing specific symbols or prayers near entrances, individuals can invoke divine protection and create a sanctuary of peace within their living spaces. This practice not only serves as a physical reminder of one's faith, but also reinforces the intention to cultivate an environment free from harm. To effectively engage with this topic, it is essential to understand the foundational elements of spiritual protection. At its core, this concept revolves around the belief that our environments are influenced by both positive and negative energies. Just as one might cleanse a physical space to rid it of clutter and chaos, spiritual cleansing involves the removal of negative energies that can infiltrate our homes. This can be achieved through various means, including prayer, the use of holy water, or the placement of sacred objects. For instance, many people find comfort in displaying religious icons or symbols that resonate with their faith, creating a visual representation of their spiritual beliefs and intentions. Visual aids, such as illustrations of these symbols or diagrams showing their placement in the home, can enhance understanding and encourage individuals to adopt these practices. The challenge lies in translating these spiritual concepts into actionable steps that individuals can incorporate into their daily lives. Many people may feel overwhelmed by the idea of spiritual protection, unsure of where to begin or how to effectively implement these practices. This content aims to demystify the process, providing clear guidance on how to create a protective atmosphere in one's home. By offering practical tips and insights into the teachings of Pope Francis, individuals can learn to harness the power of spirituality to safeguard their living spaces. This journey toward spiritual protection not only addresses the immediate need for safety and peace, but also fosters a deeper connection to one's faith and a greater sense of community. In conclusion, the quest for spiritual protection is a vital aspect of modern life, addressing the pervasive feelings of vulnerability and fear that many experience. By exploring the teachings of Pope Francis and implementing simple yet effective practices, individuals can cultivate a sanctuary within their homes. This journey not only shields against negative influences, but also enriches one's spiritual life, fostering a profound sense of peace and security. As individuals engage with these practices, they will find not only protection, but also a renewed sense of purpose and connection to the divine. Embrace the transformative insights from 19 to Pope Francis revealed by placing the message by your door, and let it fortify your home against negativity. We invite you to join our community in the comments below. Share your experiences, ask questions, and connect with others on this journey. Your feedback is invaluable, and your voice matters. Together, let's cultivate a space of support and learning. Take this step today and engage with us. Understanding the teachings of Pope Francis about safeguarding one's home from negativity and evil can serve as a powerful spiritual practice. The core message revolves around the idea of creating a sacred space that invites positivity and repels harmful influences. To apply this concept, one must first establish clear spiritual goals that resonate with their personal beliefs and values. For instance, the goal may be to foster an environment of peace, love, and protection within the home. This can be achieved through intentional practices that align with the teachings of Pope Francis, which emphasize the importance of faith, prayer, and community. One practical step to take is to create a physical representation of your spiritual intentions. This could involve placing a blessed image, a crucifix, or a prayer card at the entrance of your home. Such symbols serve as reminders of your faith and commitment to maintaining a sacred space. For example, a family might choose to hang a decorative cross above their front door, signifying their desire for divine protection. Additionally, incorporating elements such as holy water or incense can further enhance the spiritual atmosphere. Regularly blessing the entrance with holy water can be a simple yet profound way to invite blessings and repel negativity. Engaging in regular prayer can also be a powerful tool in sealing your home from evil influences. Establishing a daily ritual, such as reciting specific prayers or meditations, can create a protective barrier. For instance, families might gather each evening to pray together, asking for guidance and protection for their home and loved ones. This practice not only strengthens familial bonds, but also cultivates a sense of unity and shared purpose. Incorporating the prayers of Pope Francis, which emphasize compassion and mercy, can further deepen the spiritual connection within the household. Another practical approach is to foster an environment of positivity and love through acts of kindness and service. This aligns with Pope Francis's teachings about living a life of compassion. For example, inviting neighbors over for a meal or participating in community service can create a ripple effect of goodwill that extends beyond the home. Such actions not only enhance the spiritual atmosphere, but also contribute to a sense of belonging and connection within the community. By actively engaging in positive interactions, individuals can create a protective shield around their home that repels negativity and fosters a spirit of harmony. Lastly, it's essential to be mindful of the energy and influences that enter your home. This involves being selective about the media consumed, the conversations held, and the relationships nurtured within the household. Creating a space that prioritizes uplifting content, be it through music, literature, or discussions, can significantly impact the overall energy of the home. For instance, families might choose to limit exposure to negative news or toxic relationships that drain their spiritual energy. Instead, they can focus on nurturing connections that inspire and uplift, creating a sanctuary that reflects their spiritual values. By establishing clear goals and implementing practical steps grounded in spirituality, individuals can effectively create an environment that protects against negativity and invites divine blessings. The teachings of Pope Francis serve as a guiding light in this journey, encouraging a life filled with love, compassion, and spiritual awareness. This holistic approach not only safeguards the home, but also enriches the lives of those within it, fostering a deeper connection to faith and community. In today's world, where uncertainty and fear seem to permeate daily life, the quest for spiritual protection and peace of mind has never been more urgent. Many individuals are grappling with a myriad of challenges, from personal crises to societal upheaval. This environment fosters a heightened awareness of the unseen forces that can disrupt our sense of safety and well-being. Understanding the significance of 19, Pope Francis revealed, "Place this next to your door and evil will not enter your home. Seal your entrance," is critical right now, as it offers practical guidance for those seeking to fortify their homes and lives against negativity and malevolent influences. The current trend towards holistic well-being has led many to explore spirituality as a means of coping with stress and anxiety. People are increasingly turning to spiritual practices, rituals, and symbols to create a sanctuary within their homes. This movement reflects a broader societal shift towards recognizing the importance of mental and emotional health in the face of external pressures. However, amidst this exploration, there remains a significant gap in understanding how specific spiritual teachings can be applied to daily life. The insights offered by Pope Francis regarding spiritual protection provide a timely and relevant solution to this challenge, emphasizing the need for individuals to take proactive steps in safeguarding their personal spaces. One of the pressing issues many face today is the pervasive sense of vulnerability. With rising crime rates, social unrest, and global crises, many people feel exposed to threats that can invade their homes and disrupt their peace. The concept of sealing one's entrance against evil is not merely a metaphorical notion. It resonates deeply with the instinct to protect oneself and one's family from harm. By learning about the spiritual practices endorsed by influential figures like Pope Francis, individuals can gain practical tools to enhance their spiritual defenses. This understanding is vital for fostering a sense of security and empowerment in an increasingly chaotic world. Moreover, the rise of misinformation and skepticism surrounding spiritual beliefs can create confusion and doubt. Many individuals may feel lost when trying to discern which practices hold genuine significance and efficacy. In this context, the teachings of respected spiritual leaders serve as a beacon of clarity. The guidance to place protective symbols near one's entrance is not just an ancient ritual. It represents a tangible way to engage with spirituality meaningfully. By addressing this knowledge gap, individuals can cultivate a deeper understanding of how spiritual practices can manifest real-world benefits, reinforcing their resolve to create a safe and nurturing environment. In conclusion, the urgency of understanding 19, Pope Francis revealed, "Place this next to your door and evil will not enter your home. Seal your entrance," lies in its ability to address the immediate needs of individuals seeking spiritual protection in a tumultuous world. As people navigate their fears and uncertainties, the teachings of Pope Francis provide not only comfort, but also actionable steps to reclaim their sense of security. By bridging the gap in understanding the practical application of these spiritual insights, individuals can empower themselves to foster a sanctuary that repels negativity and invites peace, making this knowledge more critical than ever. The concept of spiritual protection in various traditions often emphasizes the importance of creating a safe and sacred space within one's home. This idea resonates deeply in the teachings of Pope Francis, who encourages believers to cultivate an environment that fosters peace and repels negativity. One practical manifestation of this belief is the use of symbols or objects that serve as protective talismans. Placing a symbol of faith, such as a crucifix or a holy image, near the entrance of a home is a common practice among many Christians. This act is believed to invite divine protection and ward off malevolent forces. To understand the significance of these symbols, consider the role they play in spirituality. Symbols are powerful tools that can evoke feelings of safety, connection, and faith. For example, a crucifix represents not only Christ's sacrifice, but also the promise of salvation and protection. When placed at the entrance, it serves as a reminder of the spiritual commitment to keep negativity at bay. This practice can be likened to a form of spiritual boundary setting, where physical objects act as metaphors for the spiritual intentions held by the inhabitants of the home. In practical terms, creating a spiritually protective environment involves intentionality. Start by assessing the energy of your home. Are there areas that feel heavy or uncomfortable? Identifying these spaces can help you determine where to focus your protective efforts. Once you've pinpointed these areas, consider incorporating symbols of faith or positive energy. For instance, you might hang a prayer flag, use sage for smudging, or display images of saints or spiritual guides. Each of these actions can help create a barrier against negativity while inviting in positive energy. Moreover, the act of blessing your home can be a profound way to seal your entrance against evil. Many spiritual traditions emphasize the importance of rituals in establishing sacred spaces. A simple blessing can be performed by reciting prayers, sprinkling holy water, or lighting candles while setting intentions for peace and protection. Engaging in such rituals not only enhances the spiritual atmosphere, but also strengthens the emotional bond among family members, fostering a sense of collective safety and harmony. In addition to physical symbols and rituals, fostering a positive mindset is crucial. The energy within a home is influenced by the thoughts and emotions of its inhabitants. Practicing gratitude, compassion, and love can significantly shift the atmosphere. Consider starting a family gratitude jar, where each member contributes notes of appreciation. This practice helps cultivate a positive environment, making it less likely for negativity to take root. Research in psychology supports the idea that gratitude can enhance well-being and foster healthier relationships, further reinforcing the notion that a positive mindset contributes to spiritual protection. Finally, it's essential to remain vigilant and proactive in maintaining this protective environment. Regularly reassess the energy of your home and make adjustments as needed. This could involve rotating symbols, refreshing blessings, or simply checking in with family members about their feelings regarding the home's atmosphere. By actively engaging in these practices, you cultivate a space that not only repels negativity, but also nurtures love, peace, and spiritual growth. In summary, the act of sealing your entrance against evil involves a multifaceted approach that incorporates symbols, rituals, positive energy, and proactive maintenance. By understanding and applying these concepts, you can create a sanctuary that supports your spiritual journey and protects your home from negativity. The journey towards spiritual protection is not just about the physical space, but also about nurturing the emotional and spiritual connections within it. In exploring the spiritual dimensions of safeguarding one's home, the concept of placing protective symbols or prayers at entrances can serve as a powerful practice. This idea is rooted in various spiritual traditions that emphasize the importance of creating a sacred space. For instance, many cultures use symbols like the mezuzah in Jewish homes, which contains verses from the Torah, or the use of protective crystals in feng shui. These practices not only serve as physical reminders of faith, but also foster a sense of peace and security within the household. One practical application of this concept is the creation of a home altar, or a designated spiritual corner. This space can be adorned with symbols of faith, such as crosses, images of saints, or meaningful quotes that resonate with the household's spiritual beliefs. Regularly engaging with this space, through prayer, meditation, or simply quiet reflection, can help reinforce a protective atmosphere. For example, a family might gather weekly to light candles and share intentions, thereby strengthening their collective energy and commitment to maintaining a harmonious home. However, challenges may arise when integrating these spiritual practices into daily life. Modern schedules can be hectic, leaving little time for spiritual rituals. To overcome this obstacle, families can incorporate brief rituals into their routines. For instance, starting the day with a few moments of gratitude or a short prayer before meals can serve as a reminder of the sacredness of their home. This small act can create a ripple effect, encouraging mindfulness and unity among family members, even amidst busy schedules. Another challenge is the skepticism that sometimes surrounds spiritual practices. Individuals may feel uncertain about the efficacy of placing symbols at their door, or may worry about being judged by others. To address this, it can be helpful to focus on the personal significance of these practices rather than external validation. For example, a person might choose to place a protective symbol at their entrance because it resonates with their beliefs or experiences rather than seeking approval from others. This internal focus can empower individuals to embrace their spiritual practices more fully, fostering a sense of ownership and authenticity. Moreover, the act of inviting positive energy while repelling negativity can be enhanced through community involvement. Engaging in community service or participating in local spiritual gatherings can create a supportive network that reinforces the protective energy of one's home. For instance, a neighborhood group might come together to bless their community, creating a shared intention for safety and well-being. This collective effort can amplify the spiritual atmosphere, turning individual practices into a communal experience that strengthens bonds and fosters a sense of belonging. Additionally, integrating mindfulness into everyday activities can further enrich the spiritual environment of a home. Simple acts, such as consciously choosing words during conversations or being present during family interactions, can create a more positive atmosphere. For example, instead of reacting impulsively during conflicts, family members might practice taking a moment to breathe and respond thoughtfully. This shift in communication can transform the home into a sanctuary of peace, where love and understanding prevail. Ultimately, the journey of creating a spiritually protective home is deeply personal and can be tailored to fit the unique dynamics of each household. By embracing practical strategies, such as establishing a spiritual corner, engaging in community, and fostering mindfulness, individuals and families can cultivate an environment that not only repels negativity, but also invites love, peace, and spiritual growth into their lives. The concept of safeguarding one's home from negative energies and malevolent influences has deep roots in various spiritual traditions. Building upon the practical applications discussed in Rising Action Part 2, advanced strategies can be employed to create a sanctified space that not only repels evil, but also invites positivity and divine protection. One powerful method is the use of sacred symbols and prayers, which can be strategically placed at entrances. For instance, the practice of displaying a cross, an angelic image, or a specific prayer can serve as a spiritual barrier. These symbols resonate with the intention of protection, creating an energetic field that deters negativity. Experts in spiritual psychology emphasize the importance of intention. When these symbols are infused with personal meaning and prayer, they become conduits for divine grace. A case study involving a family who placed a blessed crucifix above their front door illustrates this point. After experiencing a series of unsettling events, they reported a marked shift in their home's atmosphere after incorporating this spiritual practice, noting increased peace and harmony within their household. In addition to physical symbols, the practice of ritual cleansing can significantly enhance the protective qualities of one's home. Techniques such as smudging with sage or burning incense are not merely ceremonial. They are rooted in the belief that smoke carries prayers and purifies the energy of a space. A notable example can be found in a community that regularly engages in collective cleansing rituals, resulting in a shared sense of safety and spiritual rejuvenation. Participants report that these gatherings foster deeper connections and a stronger communal bond, reinforcing the idea that spirituality is not only an individual pursuit, but a collective one. Furthermore, incorporating daily affirmations or prayers at the entrance can serve as a powerful reminder of one's intentions. These affirmations can be tailored to express gratitude, protection, and love, thereby creating an inviting and spiritually charged atmosphere. Experts in the field of spiritual development suggest that the act of vocalizing intentions can significantly amplify their effectiveness, making this a practical yet profound strategy. As these practices are integrated into daily life, the cumulative effect can lead to a transformative experience. The climax of this journey often manifests in the form of heightened awareness and spiritual sensitivity. Individuals may find themselves more attuned to subtle energies, enabling them to recognize and address potential disturbances before they escalate. This proactive approach not only protects the home, but also fosters personal growth and resilience. A compelling case study involves a couple who, after implementing these strategies, reported an increased ability to navigate challenges in their lives with grace and clarity. Their home became a sanctuary not only for themselves, but also for friends and family, who felt drawn to the positive energy emanating from the space. In conclusion, the advanced strategies for sealing one's home against negative influences encompass a multifaceted approach that integrates symbolism, ritual cleansing, and affirmations. These practices not only serve to protect, but also to elevate the spiritual quality of one's environment. By fostering a sacred space, individuals can cultivate a sense of belonging and peace, ultimately leading to a deeper connection with the divine. As evidenced by the experiences of those who have embraced these methods, the journey towards spiritual fortification is as much about personal transformation as it is about creating a shield against malevolence. This holistic approach culminates in a profound realization that the sanctity of one's home is a reflection of the inner spiritual landscape, and nurturing both can lead to a harmonious existence. The concept of safeguarding one's home from negative influences through spiritual means has deep roots in many cultures and religions. The practice of placing protective symbols, such as those endorsed by figures like Pope Francis, reflects a rich tradition of seeking spiritual security. Research in the field of psychology suggests that such rituals can enhance feelings of safety and well-being. According to a study published in the journal Psychological Science, engaging in ritualistic behavior can significantly reduce anxiety and increase a sense of control over one's environment. Risen and Gilovich, 2007. This suggests that the act of placing a protective item by one's door may not only serve as a spiritual safeguard, but can also bolster psychological resilience. Anecdotal evidence supports the effectiveness of spiritual protection rituals. Many individuals report a profound sense of peace and security after incorporating rituals or symbols into their homes. For instance, a survey conducted by the Pew Research Center found that 68% of Americans believe in the power of prayer and spiritual practices to influence their lives positively. One respondent shared that after placing a religious icon at their entrance, they felt an overwhelming sense of calm and protection, particularly during challenging times. Such personal testimonies highlight the real-world implications of these practices, suggesting that they can foster a supportive environment conducive to mental and emotional well-being. Furthermore, the use of protective symbols aligns with a broader trend in spirituality that emphasizes mindfulness and intentional living. The act of consciously selecting and placing a symbol at one's entrance can serve as a daily reminder of one's values and beliefs. According to a study published in the Journal of Positive Psychology, individuals who engage in mindfulness practices report higher levels of life satisfaction and lower levels of stress. Keng, Smosky, and Robbins, 2011. By integrating spiritual symbols into their living spaces, individuals may cultivate a more mindful and centered approach to daily life, which can have cascading effects on their overall well-being. The implications of understanding the significance of protective symbols extend beyond individual experiences. Communities can also benefit from collective spiritual practices. In many cultures, communal rituals aimed at protection and blessing are common, fostering a sense of unity and shared purpose. For example, in some indigenous cultures, rituals involving the placement of protective objects around homes are performed as a way to invoke community support and spiritual protection. This communal approach can create a strong social fabric, enhancing resilience against external challenges. Moreover, the intersection of spirituality and mental health is gaining recognition in contemporary research. The American Psychological Association has noted that spiritual practices can play a crucial role in coping with stress and adversity. Integrating spiritual elements, such as protective symbols, into one's life can be particularly beneficial during times of crisis, providing individuals with a sense of hope and connection to something greater than themselves. This understanding encourages a more holistic approach to mental health, where spirituality is acknowledged as a valuable resource for healing and resilience. In conclusion, the practice of placing protective symbols at one's entrance, as advocated by spiritual leaders like Pope Francis, holds significant psychological and communal benefits. By fostering a sense of safety and promoting mindfulness, these practices can enhance individual well-being and strengthen community ties. As research increasingly supports the positive effects of spirituality on mental health, the real-world implications of such practices become clearer, encouraging individuals and communities to embrace these age-old traditions in their modern lives. In exploring the significance of Pope Francis's message regarding the protective seal against evil, it's essential to recognize how such spiritual practices can enhance our daily lives. The concept of placing a symbol or prayer by your door serves as a tangible reminder of faith and protection. This practice isn't merely about superstition. It embodies a deeper understanding of spirituality that encourages mindfulness and intentionality in our environment. By creating a sacred space, we invite positive energy while warding off negativity. Many spiritual leaders emphasize that our surroundings can significantly influence our mental and emotional states. Addressing the doubts surrounding this practice, some may wonder whether a physical symbol truly holds power. Experts in spiritual psychology argue that the intention behind the symbol is what matters most. When individuals actively engage with their faith, be it through prayer, meditation, or the use of symbols, they create a mental and emotional barrier against negativity. Research indicates that rituals can enhance feelings of safety and community, which are crucial for mental well-being. For instance, a study published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found that people who engage in rituals report lower anxiety levels and a stronger sense of control over their lives. Thus, placing a protective symbol at your entrance can serve as a powerful ritual that strengthens your spiritual resolve. Another common question pertains to the effectiveness of such practices in a modern context. It's easy to dismiss ancient traditions as outdated, yet many find that integrating these practices into contemporary life can yield profound benefits. Spirituality is not confined to any one era. Rather, it evolves with us. People today often seek solace in rituals that ground them amidst chaos. The act of sealing one's entrance with a prayer or symbol can be a daily affirmation of faith, fostering resilience against external pressures. This aligns with findings from the Pew Research Center, which shows that nearly 70% of Americans believe in the power of prayer, highlighting a widespread recognition of its significance in navigating life's challenges. Lastly, some may question the necessity of such practices when faced with overwhelming life events. While it's true that life can be unpredictable, incorporating spiritual rituals can provide a sense of stability. The act of placing a protective symbol at your door can serve as a reminder that you are not alone in your struggles. It reinforces the belief that there is a greater force at work, offering support and guidance. This perspective can be particularly comforting during difficult times, reminding individuals to remain hopeful and engaged with their spirituality. In conclusion, the practice of placing a symbol or prayer by your door, as inspired by Pope Francis, reflects a meaningful approach to spirituality that resonates with many. It's about creating a space that invites positivity while serving as a protective barrier against negativity. Engaging with these practices can foster a sense of community and personal empowerment, making them relevant even in today's fast-paced world. Embracing such rituals can enhance your spiritual journey, offering both comfort and strength as you navigate life's challenges. Ultimately, it's about finding what works for you, allowing these insights to guide you toward a more fulfilling spiritual experience. The insights derived from the teachings of Pope Francis emphasize the importance of creating a sacred space in our homes, which serves as a protective barrier against negativity and evil influences. By placing symbols of faith, such as holy images or prayers, near your entrance, you actively invite divine presence into your living environment. This practice not only reinforces your spiritual commitment, but also cultivates a sense of peace and security for all who dwell within. The act of sealing your entrance with spiritual symbols can transform your home into a sanctuary, fostering an atmosphere conducive to growth, love, and harmony. To fully embrace these teachings, it is essential to take actionable steps that align with the principles of spirituality. Begin by identifying a specific area near your entrance where you can display a symbol of faith. This could be a crucifix, a prayer card, or an inspirational quote. Make this space intentional. It should reflect your personal beliefs and serve as a daily reminder of your commitment to spiritual growth. Additionally, consider incorporating rituals such as blessing your home regularly, inviting positive energy, and dispelling negativity. This can be done through prayer, meditation, or even a simple affirmation of protection and love for your space. Engaging with these practices not only enhances your spiritual well-being, but also positively impacts your relationships and interactions with others. When your home is imbued with a sense of sacredness, it becomes a refuge for family and friends, allowing them to experience the warmth and love that spirituality brings. Moreover, creating a spiritually enriched environment encourages open communication and fosters deeper connections among those who share your space. The benefits extend beyond your immediate surroundings. As you cultivate a sense of peace and security at home, you may find that your overall outlook on life improves, leading to greater resilience in the face of challenges. Now is the time to take action. Start by gathering the materials you need to create your sacred space. Visit a local religious store, or explore online options for items that resonate with your spiritual beliefs. Once you have your chosen symbols, dedicate a moment to bless them and express your intentions for your home. Share this journey with your family or friends, inviting them to participate in the creation of a spiritually uplifting environment. Consider setting aside time each week for collective prayers or reflections, reinforcing the sense of community and shared purpose. In conclusion, the insights gained from Pope Francis's teachings provide a powerful framework for enhancing spirituality in your home. By actively engaging in the practice of sealing your entrance with symbols of faith, you not only protect your space from negativity, but also cultivate a nurturing environment for personal and communal growth. Take the first step today. Create your sacred space, invite positive energy, and watch as your home transforms into a haven of love, peace, and spiritual fulfillment. Embrace this journey wholeheartedly and inspire others to join you in fostering a world where spirituality thrives. In a world where negativity and chaos often seem to invade our personal sanctuaries, the teachings and symbols that Pope Francis emphasizes serve as a potent reminder of the power of spirituality in our lives. The act of placing a sacred symbol by our door is more than a mere ritual. It is a profound declaration of our intention to invite positivity and divine protection into our homes. This practice invites us to reflect on the nature of our surroundings and the energies we allow to permeate our living spaces. By consciously choosing to seal our entrances with symbols of faith and love, we create a barrier against the negativity that can so easily seep into our lives. This act becomes a daily affirmation of our commitment to spiritual growth and the safeguarding of our inner peace. As we embark on this journey of spiritual exploration, it is essential to embrace the call to action that resonates within us. The teachings of Pope Francis encourage us to not only protect our physical spaces, but also to cultivate a mindset that prioritizes compassion, understanding, and resilience. Engaging with spirituality means actively seeking out practices that resonate with our individual beliefs, whether through prayer, meditation, or acts of kindness. Each of these practices serves as a stepping stone toward a more profound connection with ourselves and the universe. The more we immerse ourselves in these teachings, the more we become conduits of light in a world that often feels overshadowed by darkness. In closing, let us remember that our spiritual journey is not a solitary path, but a shared experience that connects us to others. As we seal our entrances and fortify our homes with love and intention, we simultaneously open ourselves to the transformative power of community and shared beliefs. Let this be a time of awakening, where we not only protect our sanctuaries, but also extend our hands and hearts to those around us. In doing so, we create a ripple effect of positivity that transcends our individual spaces, fostering a collective spirit of hope and resilience. May we all strive to be beacons of light, illuminating the way for ourselves and others. Embrace the power of spirituality and let it guide you toward a life filled with purpose, love, and unwavering faith. Remember, the strength to repel negativity lies not just in the symbols we place at our doors, but in the love and intention we carry within ourselves. Let your spirit shine brightly, for in that light, darkness cannot dwell.